You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 197.
Man, 197, man. I'm simply Ralph for the body this week, man.
Oh, vacation mode load, and I love it. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I am JON2_B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Make sure y'all holler at us. And special shout out to WDJY-FM 99.1 in Atlanta.
ATL.
Shout out to OS Gang in Atlanta, man.
Johnny, man.
Ralph.
How are you?
Bro,
how are you feeling?
If you can't tell by my voice, I am exhausted. I am exhausted. I want to shout out RDC World and shout out to Dreamcon 2023. I just got back today. Mm-hmm. I missed day 3 because I had to come back, make sure Ralph and I get y'all this content. You feel me?
Hey,
so
man, COE gang.
Yeah. But no, man, it was a good weekend. It was a really, really good weekend. This is my first time attending Dreamcon. This is their 5th year.
Okay.
The most attendees they've ever had thus far.
Okay.
So
that's big. Then.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So they moved it to Austin this year, and I think that I want to say the very first one was in Waco, Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And then as they grew, I think they moved to Arlington, Texas. But now Austin, the convention center.
Okay.
It was dope. Overall, it was a very, very dope experience. But it's interesting because with Dreamcon, RDC World, they are the people who throw the con, that put the con on.
Yeah.
But they are also the main attraction, right? And it's interesting because all the other conventions that I've been to are just run by just companies, right? So they have a lot of different sponsors. They have different anime, comic book, gaming companies come and set up shop there. Which same thing, but those aren't like the main event. The main event is RDC World and all of the different programming and content that they bring. Like they did a Family Feud against Amp. Kai Sinent.
Yeah,
is that how you pronounce his last name?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Money.
But yeah, no,
that's all I know.
Fam, so RDC World versus Amp, which is Kai's people, right?
Okay.
So I mean, which was dope. Like it was super dope. I was able to at least watch it on the screen because only the gold and platinum badge members were able to get in and watch it live. So. I wasn't doing all that. I wasn't doing all that.
Say they got gold and platinum members at the joint. That's crazy. It's still listen. You want exclusivity and VIP feel no matter where you go, right? Yeah. Because like me and you talked about like just Comic-Con or some shit. Like if you want to get into the Marvel room where they showing the trailers, it costs for that. Like you know what I'm saying?
A little extra.
It costs for that.
Hall H and all that shit. Yeah,
it costs for that. So I get it.
Yeah, so they did that crew battle with like they played Smash, Splatoon, Mario Kart.
Yeah.
They had a celebrity dodgeball. It was dope. Like it was dope. The types of events that they had. They even had like an open gym. Like go in and play basketball. Like
that's what's up.
No, fire. So super fire setup. The vendors were dope. I wasn't even able to make it to any panels for real just because the sheer amount of like people and like lines. I ain't stood in lines like this in hellas. Like the first day
should have been a gold and platinum member.
No, they had to stand in line too.
Oh, that's even crazier then.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't rolling.
So, but this is the only time I've experienced something like that with long lines and stuff.
Okay.
Like day one, it started at noon. Mm-hmm. We probably got in line at like 1-ish. Okay. We didn't get inside until 2:15.
Okay. Oh well, that's crazy. 2 questions.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that they weren't prepared for the people? And do you think they need to move it? If you were to go back, do you think they need a bigger city or a bigger convention center? You think it was just too many people for that place, or they weren't prepared for the overflow of people, or what?
I'm not necessarily sure.
Because it sounds like a little bit of disorganization. That's why I was saying, do they need more space, or do you think maybe they just need more hands on deck for the people that signed up this year?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead. And then I'm thinking, like, because the movie strike and all that, which we'll get to later in the show. We, trust me, we got a rundown for you guys. It's just, well, I can't go to Comic-Con, so I'm gonna go to this con. Yeah. Not to say this con wouldn't have popped anyway, but what's the purpose of me going to Comic-Con if I can't talk to actors and actresses that are portraying the characters that I like?
Well, I think the difference with this one in particular is that it's more, I guess I'm gonna use influencer based. So it's like it's based more off of the people that you see do their thing, like on YouTube, the people that stream, the people that game, those types of individuals.
I follow.
So slightly different, and maybe that's where a bit of my disdain comes from, because that's not, I'm the old man on get off my lawn. That's me, right? So not really, I guess, fully understanding that before I went.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong though, it's still a great time, but it's like
it's different than what you're used to.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
No, that's fair.
But they would benefit from a bigger convention center. And the reason I say that is because they use the convention center for most of their events and panels and things like that, but also it overflowed into the Hilton Hotel, which, in order to get in and out, you have to go through metal detectors each time to make sure that people don't bring like real weapons and stuff, because people are cosplaying with like weapons and swords and stuff like that.
That's what I was asking. Do you think they need a bigger one?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Only so they can have all of the programming in one general spot instead of having to go back and forth between different venues. Okay. I think they would benefit from that, and then they got to have more entrances. I think they only had like two entrances, which is why the line was crazy the first day. That was insane. But on another note, actually being out in Austin and just going to like record shops and just little shops along the way, ran into a record shop called Antone's or Antony's. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I saw a poster on the wall. DJ Paul and Young Buck will be in concert on July 28th. I said, wait. I asked the guy that was behind the counter. I said, hey, is this going to be here? I said, yeah. It's like, when is it?
That's random. I mean, they're both Tennessee artists, but it's still random.
No, as hell. He said, oh no, it's tomorrow at midnight. A midnight concert? Oh, I'm in there. It's only $20. In there. Got to see Young Buck didn't show up. I don't even know why he was on the flyer, because he wasn't even on the lineup, right? It was crazy. But
damn, Buck.
Got a chance to see. You remember Kid?
Yeah. Yes. He was signed to G Unit, I think, right?
Yeah. Was it G Unit? It wasn't Young Money.
Nah. He definitely G Unit.
He was on Mrs. Officer.
Okay.
Him, Wayne, and Bobby Valentino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, we saw him perform, and then DJ Paul came out like a little bit after 1, which is crazy. But that shit was lit.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that was so lit. That might have been the highlight of my weekend, honestly. That random concert, but to see 3 6 Mafia Memphis legend perform like his hits and things that he produced as well.
Did he DJ?
He didn't DJ. Oh, okay. He would like perform, his verses from the songs and stuff.
Okay, because I know he can,
And I thought maybe he would have been DJing because it was so late at night, and it was a very, very small, intimate venue. So I thought maybe he would be DJing, but no, he performed and did really well. I was like, this is awesome. So yeah, man, it was a good weekend, and I got to see a random legend perform. So it's lit. It's lit. So yeah, I was up to like 3 a.m. every night.
That's what's up. Sounds like a great time, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. So shout out to Dreamcon, man, 2023. How you feeling though?
Oh, I'm cool, man.
Yeah.
Just chilling. I'm here, man.
Preparing for them flights.
I guess, man. Listen. We talk, bro. Talk for us, pre-production for y'all. Yeah. I'm just here, bro. Like, celebrate the birthday. Birthday was alright, but I didn't do anything. So, I mean, me and the wife had a date, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
no fanfare, no bottle popping, no nothing. I'll do all that on vacation.
Yeah, which is fine.
Which I'm trying to wait to. Like, I think that's where everything's been so contained.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting on vacation.
And it's funny, like when we were younger, the anticipation of a trip or vacation or anything, it used to always, at least for me, it used to always make me giddy, right? Like, oh my God, I can't wait. It's 5 days, it's 4 days, it's 3 days left. But as an adult, as a person in his mid-30s, we got responsibilities up until departure.
Right. So it's kind of like I get excited when I go to the airport. Anything else, I'm not worried about.
As soon as I put my little book bag through the little scanner thing, it's lit down. As soon as I find the gate, that's the gate with the name on. Okay,
bro.
Yeah.
I'll have more for you guys, at least on my end, next time that we'll talk to you guys. But right now, I got nothing, bro.
You gotta get there first.
I got nothing, bro.
You gotta get there. That's funny.
Oh, man. So what we doing? Off the dome?
Off the dome.
All right. I'll go here. Okay. I'm coming with another music question. Homonym question. Remember, I like to find two songs, same name, same feel, whatever, right? Yeah. Summertime songs, I think. You know what I'm saying? Good to play right now because it's hot as hell.
Facts.
Both songs are named Slide. So you have Slide by YG, well, not YG, her and YG. Then you have Slide with Calvin Harris, Migos, and Frank Ocean. Which one are you going with?
Excuse me. So we have, say the first one again.
Her and YG.
Her and YG. I don't know about this one. Which one you got?
I'm gonna go with Her and YG.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a song that I play more. It's more of a bop, more of a vibe. And I love the Calvin Harris track with Migos and Frank Ocean. However, I think it was more so a pleasant surprise because Migos hopped on something that was very pop friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very pop. Like that song gets played in like a Vegas club in comparison. You know what I'm saying? Like to any other Migos song because it's Calvin Harris is a dance artist.
True.
Dance EDM person. So if you make a song with a Calvin Harris and Frank Ocean, I know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It just worked though. It worked. Like the song was great.
You wouldn't expect that to work though.
Yeah,
with the Migos.
Because Migos, man, they was out, man. I don't know if he had them on 360 deal because they were doing songs with Katy Perry and all kind of niggas. They was there. They was on songs with everybody, right? You remember that? Nasty Work, right?
Well, I mean, hey, at some point you gotta learn your crossover.
Oh yeah.
Lotto did it,
but that crossover worked. I mean, the Calvin Harris joint worked because I know it was a single for Calvin Harris's album, whatever album that was on a few years back. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if there was ever a video for it. But then again, I could be wrong because videos is for songs that we didn't even know about.
True.
But I know it was a single for sure. Mm-hmm. But YG, her.
I think I might go to Calvin Harris.
Hey,
first of all, I fool with Calvin Harris because I think you put me on to him actually.
Calvin Harris, man, dope.
Yeah,
dope.
Right. But the fact that he was able to get Migos and that shit worked.
And it worked. I ain't gonna like Frank Ocean, like, okay, I get it. Frank Ocean,
yeah.
He's a Swiss Army knife. Like, I get it, but no Migos on that?
Nah.
Yeah.
I roll it. That's funny. Shout out to Calvin Harris, man. And Migos. And Frank Ocean. All right, so for my Off the Dome, I'm giving you another year for black movies.
Ooh, okay.
So last time we did 1994.
Okay.
This time we're doing 1992.
Okay.
So I'm giving you 5 movies. Just pick one out of the 5 that is your favorite.
Okay. Jesus.
Ready?
All right. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So we have Juice, Class Act, Mo Money, Boomerang, Malcolm X. Do I need to say them again?
No,
okay.
I heard all of them. Shit. It's like I will pick each for every reason, right? Mm-hmm. For different reasons. Okay, yeah, repeat them real quick.
all right. So on the repeat, we got Juice.
Yeah.
Class Act.
Okay.
Mo Money.
Yeah.
Boomerang.
Yeah.
Malcolm X.
You know what's so crazy? And this is not a politically correct answer. Like, this is not me being politically correct. This is really how I feel.
Yeah.
I would take Malcolm X.
Okay.
Because I really, like, once I got older and I just really understood, like, I guess the whole picture of Malcolm X and what Spike had to go through to make that film and how it actually held up pretty well, like, think I'm rolling. Like, every other film feels like a 90s film, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I actually enjoy, I always have my gripes about 3-hour films. That's the first one that actually made me change my fucking tune. Because it's so good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I feel that.
But damn, that's a hell of a list.
I know, right? That's I saw it. I was like, nah, I gotta run this one back, right? Yeah. But I think I'm gonna go with Boomerang. Marcus Graham, man.
I'm not mad at it. Like, I'm not. You can't go wrong with either one out of that.
I agree.
That's a solid list.
But I think out of that list, Boomerang is probably the one that I've watched the most and literally can watch, recite the lines, and enjoy it as if I've seen it the first time every time. Yeah. Like it's a classic. It's a classic, man. And the fact that we've
Low as the Keys, all of them are.
Oh yeah,
Low as the Keys.
Man, what? Absolutely.
Class act because of just the duality story. I love Mo Money. Like, Mo Money might be the most underrated on there.
I agree. Absolutely.
I love that one.
Absolutely. So yeah, man. Shout out to all these movies, man. Just shout out to black movies, period. Cause for sure.
Yes. But yeah, people, that was Off the Dome. Which slide you going with? One with her and YG, or Calvin Harris, Migos, and Frank Ocean?
Yep. And then let us know, what is your favorite black movie from 1992? Let us know.
OS Gang, what's happening, family and kinfolk?
We here.
We got a few topics here on the OS News docket this week. Some are kind of opinion based. Some are we're gonna get straight to the article. But let's try this out for first. We want to hit you guys with some music reviews because we ain't gonna be here long.
Yeah. Okay.
Magic2 came out 2 weeks ago, right?
Yes.
And then we had Topia, but we'll get to that, Travis Scott. But first things first, Nasir Jones, my surname brethren, dropped his 5th album in 2 years or 3 years.
I want to say 3.
I want to say 3 because I think the first King's Disease came out in 2020.
Okay.
Him and Hit Boy back cooked up another one, Magic2. Johnny, let's get into this, brother. What do you think about the project album from Nas?
So I finally have been able to get through the project more than once.
Yeah.
I'm continuing to enjoy the caliber of rapping that Nas is putting out in these 3 years.
Yeah.
And he even mentioned it himself on his album. It's like, how am I in my prime again by putting out 2 different series at the same time? Like, I thought that was dope.
Yeah.
And he talking the shit because he doing it. With that being said, as I did enjoy this album, let me say that, but I do think that it's definitely not the best in the 5 that have come out in the last 3 years. Probably on the lower end. Yeah, so I mean, again, I'm not saying it's bad. It's not bad. It's not trash, but maybe not up to par with the rest.
Yeah. I share your sentiment. I didn't want to come here being the Nas hater because that can be perceived by my admiration of being a whole guy. So that's not it. Have I been a fan of Nas's music career? Yes. Have I been a fan of what he's done in this last 3 years? Yes. Do I think this album is good? Yes. But do I think it's up to par? No. Like, I had to get through all that to let y'all know that I do understand what's going on here.
For sure.
And I know we kind of give our legends like layup points or like garbage time points because they doing all this in their twilight years perceived, but Nas has shown that he's been completely different than anybody else.
Absolutely.
And putting out elite level rapping at what we consider to be a twilight of his career.
Yep.
this just feels like some songs. Like it don't feel like it didn't give me the feel that it didn't give me the magical feel of the first Magic, right? And then that's the problem when you name shit the same thing.
Yeah.
If this was named Magic, if this was named something else, we probably wouldn't have no problem with it.
Damn, you don't think so?
No, listen, bro. And then he said on here, like, by the time you hear this, we in the middle of cooking up the next one. No, we don't want King's Disease 4. Like, I'm not saying we don't want new music from Nas fans. Jesus Christ. I'm just okay.
I think he meant Magic 3.
Okay, either way. But listen to this, bro. Is there a way that it's like, okay, Nas, what else can you talk about?
It's fair. That's fair.
Because niggas, okay, now I gotta bring Jay into it. See, now if Jay did this, niggas would be like, you can't talk about, this, that, and the third because we getting tired of hearing it. Mm-hmm. What did you take away from this album from Nas? This album, not the last four. This one. Besides that, he's just rapping really well. And I'm not saying he's not rapping. Mm-hmm. Because I love Abracadabra. The song with 50 Cent, 50, what did you do on there, my boy? But, the song, you let the song with 21 Savage sound better than this. That's crazy, 50. Y'all from Queens, man. Do better, bro.
Okay, I thought I was the only one. Because I thought that shit wasn't that good either. That 50 verse?
Yeah, it's like, and it got hyped up, too. I was like.
I thought it was me.
Nope.
That's funny. But to answer your question, outside of the fact that Nas is still rapping his ass off, I ain't really getting it.
And listen, I listened to the joint twice, and there was kind of like I had to force myself. Now with the King's Diseases and the first Magic, especially KD2. KD2 is my favorite project out of all of them, mm-hmm. and then Magic is the close second. Mm-hmm. Those are the ones I'm like, ooh,
yeah.
Might have to start changing up my GOAT rankings. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that. That's how I felt when I listened to him.
Okay, stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you, before Magic 2, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you even had that thought, maybe switching up the GOAT rankings, mm-hmm. does Magic 2 being out make you rethink that again?
Honestly, no. And then, like, when I say change up the GOAT rankings, no, that shit is solidified. Because you should have did that shit 20 years ago, my boy. Like, we ain't doing this. Like, you should have won them MVPs when everybody was outside.
He was trying to make money.
No. He wasn't trying to make money because clearly he just like, I'm gonna rap on Professor X beats. Like, all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now you want to hook up with a nigga that know how to make music. Like, you pick the nigga that make the right beats now. Now it's like, Nas is the greatest. Like, I'm not saying he's not a GOAT. I'm not saying that. Just not mine. Like, we're not doing this.
That's funny.
We're not doing this.
That's funny.
Hey, I think it's something to be said. You should have did that shit 20 years ago.
What if he couldn't?
That's me.
What if he couldn't?
He had every ability to. Like, this is my problem when. See, now I'm all over.
Let's get to it.
This is my problem, right? When. Let's say we having an argument about Jay, right? Mm-hmm. They were like, well, Biggie died and JayZ was, JayZ just came and took over. I was like, how can he take over when Nas was outside, Wu-Tang was outside, Mobb Deep was outside, all them other New York niggas that y'all love was outside. Mm-hmm. Busta was there. Mm-hmm. Why Busta didn't do it? And I'm being respectful when I say all these names.
I got you.
So it's like, what are we talking about?
I mean, I hear what you're saying.
So it's kind of like when everybody was strategically outside. Why didn't he run with the crown then? That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's all. Maybe
that's some personal reasons. I have no idea. But you don't think it's something to be said? The fact, 20-ish years later for Nas. Mm-hmm. That he's able to do this now, because I don't think any of those other people you named could do it now.
No, I don't think so either. Let me ask you this. Would that change your position on any rapper? Because they're doing it now compared to compared to their prime, when everybody else was in their prime. Just because you're still on the court putting up points, like I'm supposed to change my perception of what happened 20 years ago?
No, but
no. That's what a lot of people have started to do. Like, you can't rewrite history.
No, you're right. You're right. But you don't think this adds to Nas's history? Like, because the run that Nas is on now, because that same type of run didn't happen back then, mm-hmm. It doesn't put him in like that space and that air.
Okay, if he didn't put out music during that time. What about the music you put out that everybody considered duds? What about that?
I mean, what about
what about the 5 albums that are duds?
What about them? I mean. Yes. No. Yes. Those are.
Like
those are. No. I know what you're talking about. Yes, those are a part of his legacy of the career of Nas. Yes, I agree.
So what are we talking about then?
The fact that he's doing it now. Like, okay,
he's doing it now. Yes, but that shouldn't rewrite history when everybody was outside. Like, okay, you put. Okay. You know what? I got you. LeBron just became the all-time scoring leader.
Yes.
After 20 years of playing, and he's still finna play another year.
Yeah, another couple years actually.
Oh, right. It's a great feat, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But it's like, if he win another ring, do you think like it changes anything that he did? Like, I mean, it changes like how people perceived him 20 years ago when he was perceived like the best player on the planet.
No, because he still is.
Okay, like I don't know. It's like when everybody's outside with it, it does change the argument. That's all my point is.
So and no. I'm saying. So I understand your point. I get that.
So what are you arguing?
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
I'm confused at what you're countering with.
So I get the fact that Nas put out those duds when everybody else was outside. Cool.
Yes,
I get that. But now, 20 years later,
okay,
Nas is on an amazing run.
Yes,
2 different album series at the same time.
Yes,
killing shit.
Yes.
This doesn't add to the argument that Nas can be moved up in the GOAT conversation or whatever, only because everybody else is not outside. Does that make sense? What I'm asking?
You're asking if does this change his GOAT status because everybody stopped rapping?
No.
Because everybody stopped rapping.
Everybody. No, just because Nas is putting out what he's doing now. Just think about Nas here.
Okay.
That doesn't help in his argument in the greatest of all time conversation.
No, because let's say if LL dropped the album right now, right? Mm-hmm. Would you move LL up and it was good? Like I'm just saying, like I'm using old niggas.
Okay, so let me ask this.
LL, another GOAT. If Ice Cube dropped another album, would that change your perception of Ice Cube? Would that move him up in your ranking?
If the shit was fire, then we could talk about it.
No,
we can talk. Okay, so the run Nas is on now. Let's switch the King's Disease and Magic. Put those.
If you put
20 years ago,
if you put that in the I Am to the End run, okay, we have a completely different conversation.
Okay.
It's something to be said when you should have did it then. That's all I'm saying. You put out duds.
How do you feel about JayZ's last 2-3-ish albums? Was it 444?
Mm-hmm.
What am I missing? Magna Carta?
It's if you're talking about Blueprint 3, Magna Carta, and 444. No. Blueprint 3, Magna Carta, and 444.
And then was American Gangster like?
American Gangster was before.
Way before that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was before Blueprint 3.
So let's swap those albums with older JayZ and then put his better albums that he made earlier in his career toward the end. Does that change? Does that change the thing? Does that change?
Yeah, it would. But the thing is, he did it. All the good shit that people laud JayZ for, he did that shit when it counted.
Okay. You saying it don't count now?
I ain't saying
for Nas.
No, I mean hold on. It shouldn't count because it's kind of like, where was all this 20 years ago? You could have made that same rapping album 20 years ago. It's proven that you could have did it. That's my problem.
I think maybe he might have been chasing commercial success.
No, he wasn't. Oh. That's the thing. He was not.
Look, I'm trying to figure it out for the sake of argument, but
because I feel like he could have made those songs, he just didn't want to. Nas was so anti whatever he was on, and JayZ chased that commercial shit. That's why niggas don't like him.
Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is, at least for me, the 2 series album run that Nas is on right now definitely adds fuel to the fire for the greatest of all time conversation. It does for me. It does. For me, it does, because how are you able to do? I don't think we've seen anything like this in hip hop. Yeah, JayZ put out 444 a few years ago, and it was what it was. But 5 albums in 3 years, And out of the 5,
Okay.
Four of them are, I'm just saying. So for me, it adds to Nas's career legacy. That's all. That's pretty much all I'm trying to say. I'm just looking at Ralph's face. That's hilarious.
All right, never mind. Next topic. Since we're already talking about JayZ and niggas just love to hate him, let's get here, right? Boosie.
What's even me?
Boosie jumped out the window and said he's more respected in the South than JayZ. That is the actual quote.
Yes.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Boosie said that.
Boosie said that. So Johnny, what do you have for Boosie saying that he's more respected in the South than JayZ?
I mean, listen, as a person who wasn't really sure where he was gonna go to college and ended up in Alabama, and have been all throughout the South, Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida, Georgia, all of that, right?
Yeah.
Southern people love Boosie, and have for a very, 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 very long time.
Of course.
I don't personally, this is me, and this is, I guess, only for the people that I've encountered from the South. I don't really hear too many of them discuss JayZ in hip hop and what he's done and things like that. So I actually kind of agree with Boosie because in the South they really don't care about the New York rap stuff, not for real. And again, Boosie is a Southern legend. You go anywhere in the South, any party, any club, anywhere in the South, you gonna hear some Boosie. You gonna hear old Boosie, new Boosie. You gonna hear him. And I agree. I agree with what Boosie said.
No, I agree too. Well, I'm sitting arguing for it. Like, we know hip hop is regional. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not. We sit here and talk about New York bias all goddamn day. So I'm supposed to be mad when somebody don't pick JayZ.
That's true. That's true.
We sit here and talk about them niggas.
That's true.
B and word and all that shit. But when it get down to us, like, get over here and niggas supposed to fuck with that too. No.
Go ahead.
It's just. I just find it interesting, right? Why did he pick Jay? Because he's the GOAT. No, he didn't say Nas though. He said Jay. All right.
He did.
He did. All right. That's all I'm saying. Since we're here,
I have no rebuttal.
I get why someone from the South would say that. I mean, nobody listens to JayZ like that in the South. Like, I get it. Like, you talking about Boosie, who got club records, street records, storytelling records. He does it all in the South. So if he's the voice of a certain demographic, like Gucci has said that they don't fuck with Blueprint 3 where he's from. Like, he was just saying those are just facts. But I just never understood why Jay was the punching bag. Like, never understood that shit.
Me either.
It's like, you could have said any New York rapper. Like, it just had to be Jay.
Cause if he said 50 Cent, the quote wouldn't hit like that. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Jay get the people going, man. Y'all niggas.
Am I wrong though?
No. Okay. No. But they don't listen to Jay. They don't listen to 50. They don't listen to Nas. They don't listen to Wu-Tang. They don't listen to Mobb Deep. They don't listen to who else? Buzz. They don't listen to none of them niggas.
JayZ is the universal overarching
GOAT. I know you're trying to say.
I'm not. That's not what I was trying to say.
Just say GOAT. But insert GOAT.
Person in rap.
Bad.
That's a sheep. That's a sheep, baby.
I don't know. Bad. That might be a sheep. I don't know.
That's the episode title.
Bad.
That's funny. But no, JayZ is the overarching face of hip hop. Yeah. Let's just say that, right? Yeah. So of course. Who else could Boosie have used in that quote and it hit the same? That's what I'm saying.
But it's like, why though? He could have said I was just more respected than any of them New York niggas. He could have said that. To point home.
But no.
Like,
it makes for a better quote.
I guess. Well, your favorite person ain't already catching strays. That's why it is. That's why you're like, oh well, he could have said this.
I mean, even if he did say Busta Rhymes, I would say the same thing. Nobody's listening to Busta Rhymes in the South. we know this.
It's like, well,
we know this.
I get it. Like, it's like I stand for people to have their things. Funny. You know what I'm saying? I stand for everybody to have their shit. You know me, man. But I'm like, God damn it.
Yo, that's funny as hell. That is funny. Hey, he need them clicks. Don't he gotta like pay some restitution or some shit? Like, didn't he get arrested again? I don't know. Let me shut up.
Listen, bro.
Never mind. Shout out to Boosie and JayZ.
Right.
And Nas. Shit. Fuck it. Magic.
Shout out to everybody. Yeah. Let me see what I'm gonna do here. Oh, let's get into another argument. All right. So on the Twitters. On the Twitters, right? I don't know where. I don't know
on the Twitters.
On the Twitters.
No,
it's Twitter.
It's X now.
I know, right?
That's trash.
But the question was poised, and it had the timeline in the blaze, and we have to bring the conversation here to OS. Should we consider Justin Timberlake an R&B legend? That is the quote.
You want to play the clip?
Sure. If you want.
Yeah, let's play the clip. Hold on. Let me get this real quick. Turn this up.
That was Coco Jones, but I See You remix, man. Coco Jones has been eating the girlies up lately.
People are mad about the Justin Timberlake thing, but I'm not mad at it.
Shit, that's an R&B legend. How could you be mad at it?
Oh, we call Justin Timberlake an R&B legend?
Is he not?
I don't know. I just feel like people don't give him his flowers like that.
I think for anybody that's in a predominantly black space, you're always going to have a hard time getting your flowers, like a Jack Harlow or something like that. But I feel like Justin Timberlake is one of the ones that get invited to the cookout. I will give him his.
All right. As soon as she said get invited to the cookout, I had to turn it off. But that's from Rotation Radio off of Amp. So shout out to those hosts.
Okay.
But question was poised: is Justin Timberlake a legend? And honestly, this is something I've never thought. I've never thought about this before.
I couldn't hear that clip. Does it? Because the quote says R&B.
Oh, sorry. Did I say hip hop?
No, you just said, is he a legend?
Okay, R&B legend.
No, you have to.
R&B.
The caveat has to be there.
You right. R&B legend.
Is he an R&B legend?
They said R&B legend.
Okay.
My fault. Look, I'll be omitting shit. This is not the whole crew conversation again. This is not that. This is not that. This is not that.
Wu-Tang versus Dreamville.
Yeah,
who you got?
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
But right. No.
Back to it. I'm sorry.
So, is Justin Timberlake an R&B legend? React. No, I'm just playing.
No. No. R&B. No.
Okay.
If that's the what we're going with, no.
Okay. Okay, I'm agreeing with that because of the R&B part.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake, shit, I feel like has only had one R&B album. I think everything else has been like pop, maybe.
I was to say, which one do you consider the R&B?
The first
one.
Justified.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just making sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah.
Okay.
So, as great as that album was,
the biggest song on there was a pop song.
What song?
Like a River.
Oh. You think it was a pop song?
Absolutely.
Maybe it's an R&B song disguised as a pop song. Because I can see that being R&B. Rock Your Body is absolutely a pop song.
Okay.
Absolutely a pop song.
Like I Love You pop too.
That's pop. But I feel like Crying River was
the biggest. The meat and bones of the album is R&B. Like the deep cuts are definitely R&B.
Yeah.
But like the singles, you know what you were doing with them singles, my boy.
Yeah, you know what? This almost kind of sounds like the Lauryn Hill argument. Is her album a hip hop or R&B album? So is it pop? Is R&B? It's a fusion. It's a fusion. So, we can pretty much answer the question already. No, you're not an R&B legend.
No, you're not an R&B legend. But I think it's bled over to like some people started admitting it. I went to the source. It said R&B legend here. Mm-hmm. But if you get to like other social media outlets, they're like, "Is Justin Timberlake a legend? Let's talk." Like,
yeah.
If that's the case,
it depends on the wording of the sentence.
Yeah. Now, if it say R&B, we're saying a hard no.
Absolutely not.
But if you say legend and you talking about pop, you might have to open up the conversation. You talking about a child star, went to NSYNC, they did their numbers over there. He went solo. 5 albums.
I believe so.
5 albums? Okay.
If we ask is Justin Timberlake a pop legend, I'm automatically saying yes. Being the lead singer of one of the most popular boy bands in history of the world, successfully transitioning as a solo artist and putting out amazing albums as a solo pop artist. Talk about hits for days, world tours, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think if Justin Timberlake was more likable, this would be an easier question to answer for most.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just
I'm not mad at that.
He got too many strikes against him.
I'm not mad at that.
I know, but I'm speaking for the segment of people that really don't. They kind of detest Justin because of the appropriation, you could say, linking up with Pharrell and and Timberland, and getting a black sound for sure. Having Justin Fauntleroy and all these black R&B writers write songs for you. Okay, you don't speak out on black issues. All right, you had a beef with Prince. Like, you talk spicy about a real pop legend, somebody that's undisputed. We ain't got to sit here and debate that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got Michael Jackson leftovers. Niggas don't like you because of that. Like, it's then you went in the woods. Like, bro, it's so much against him. Like, it's kind of like you want to go off for him as a fan of the music, but when you do shit like the things that I just kind of laid out, and not to mention the Janet Jackson.
I know.
We didn't even bring that up.
That's the one. That's the one thing for me.
Oh, people ain't never letting that go, and I get it because he threw Janet under the bus. He never tried to reconcile that publicly or anything like that. So people go be on his bumper forever.
It's true. Right. And I 100% agree with all of those points that you just laid out. But also with that, you can't deny the music.
Is the music that undeniable?
Outside of being in the woods?
No. Is that music? Everything he's done, that undeniable. Where would you place him if he's such a legend? That's my question.
In the pop rankings?
Yeah.
All right. The pop rankings,
because,
right?
I'm like, because listen, we just said he's not R&B. So where do you
look? I'm just making sure.
In the pop rankings, where do you put him? Because he ain't Mike, he ain't Prince, he ain't Madonna.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
I did right. So you can't. He ain't Whitney. Where do we go with this? Like, I know there's a hell of a table to be at.
Can you say somebody is a legend if they're in the top 20?
Top 20 would.
Just top 20 pop artists. Let's just say.
I mean, I guess because we don't really do pop centric stuff.
Yeah.
I got to sit down and think about this.
I know, right?
But I'm making a point, like you did with me, against the other side. Like, what are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell the story of pop music without talking about Justin Timberlake?
I don't think you can.
Okay.
It's especially not in the starting from the late 90s up until when the hell the 2020 experience come out? Because that was right before the Man in the Woods, right? Mm-hmm. So from like 99 to 20, let's just say 2015, because then he do like a world tour or something. Mm-hmm. So between that time, I don't think you can talk about pop music without discussing Justin Timberlake.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
So
now I know I compared them against the top of the top, but shit, what we supposed to do?
You're right. Hey, absolutely. That's why I said, can you call somebody a legend if they in the top 20? Because again, I haven't really sat and thought about this because I know what some other pop legends out there that we're not really thinking about. I do think Justin Timberlake is up there. Yeah. Both as a group and as a solo act. Like the fact that he was able to transition to a solo act and succeed, probably even bigger than his being in NSYNC, I think says a lot for him musically.
There's so many more barbs that I didn't get off about Justin Timberlake. People hate him about Britney Spears too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Then they feel like JayZ is the more talented singer out of the group, which he is.
I mean,
but it's like, bro, when I say they hate Justin, like
they do.
They really hate this dude.
And we didn't know they hated him this much until he went into the woods. It's true.
It was okay, bro. You should stay suited to time, bro. Damn it.
Hey, what if he drop his album before the end of this year and that shit is like fire?
I think that's why this discourse started happening, because we know the album is coming and we know that who's working on it. Right. Well, at least we know he's in the studio with Timberlake.
Right.
If anything, we know that.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, look. That shit gonna come out. That shit gonna be A1. I'm talking. I'm talking all over the charts. We gonna be right this bitch singing it, whatever it is.
Speaking of a song we're not probably gonna be singing, NLE Choppa.
Hey yo,
young. I want to say Memphis artist. I think NLE is from Memphis. However, he sampled the great one, the GOAT, the God himself.
An actual legend.
An actual legend. Nelly. Nelly's his biggest song. Shit, I'll say it. The biggest Nelly song he sampled. Hiding Here, Johnny. What do you have for NLE Choppa sampling?
Somebody did this. Somebody allowed this to happen. Somebody cleared this. Somebody said, "Hey, I heard this. You could put that out." Why the hell they let him do this?
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Is this what happens when Nelly sells his catalog? This was already in the tuck. I'm pretty sure Nelly didn't approve of this. Maybe he didn't have control of it. And maybe this is what happened. It's too soon.
I don't
listen.
I don't want to believe that.
I'm gonna say this: NLE Choppa doesn't strike me as the type that really had this in the tuck like for a long time. like I've been sitting on this Hiding Here sample for a minute, so I'm gonna hit the streets. Like I'm gonna wait till this clear. Nah. As soon as that business dealer went through, he hit the people on the jack. Like, hey, look.
Let me tell you something. If this is what's gonna come of all these artists selling their catalogs, buy them shits back today. Because no. He took all the bad stuff. Like if you look at the video, it took all like the dress of Nelly, the tip drill stuff. Did you actually listen to this clip?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh my God,
it's so horrible.
Why?
And you know I already detest Hiding Here anyway. Like I don't like that. I don't like the original song. So what we talking? Like, I told you why I don't like it, but it's like, I'm not running back Hiding Here at any point in my life. Like I'm not running that shit at any point.
That's hilarious.
like if it's home, like and I'm out, and the tequila shots are here, I'm like, hey, I might, but willingly going to Nellyville and hitting track 4, whatever Hiding Here is on Nellyville. I'm not doing that, bro. It's not happening.
That's fucking hilarious. That's a great. Damn, you made a good point though.
That's why I was. That's why I had to ask about this.
I get a part of me wants to say, hey, our legends are finally getting recognized. But if this is it, nah, I'm cool. You could have kept that. Look at my face. You could, hey man, he could have kept this whole shit. I'm not playing this shit either, because no, you will not disrespect Cornell Haynes. I gotta say the real name, because come on now. Yeah,
welcome
for sure.
But see, this is the thing, right? And I'm not even an NLE Choppa fan, but I know he got better songs than this. We could have did without this, and then see that's the problem, man. We nostalgia trip so hard, and then we let these niggas come and make some bullshit off of a bona fide classic. You know what I'm saying? To a certain demographic, I don't like it.
I don't understand. Like even NLE Choppa's like crew or whoever, like his producers, whoever is in the studio with him during the creation of this, nobody said, "Hey, that ain't it."
I was about to say, bro, do you really expect NLE Choppa's crew to?
Come on, man. Somebody got to say, "Hey, fam, like, I see what you tried to do, but nah, that's not it." Somebody has to say that. Somebody did this. This is crazy. This is fucking insane. I'm not even shouting them out because that's trash. No.
See what happens, young rappers? I try to come in here and defend y'all against Johnny, and you this is what you do to me.
The proof is in the pudding. Facts are facts. Will always be facts.
Okay, well, next topic. I ain't got nothing else for this, man. Let's try this out for size. The SAG after strike is still going on in Hollywood. Complete shutdown in Hollywood. There's a lot of blowback from this. A lot of people are not working, and then you have an A-lister as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson makes a 7-figure donation to the relief fund amid the actor strike. Johnny, what you got for this, bro?
I think so. Shout out to The Rock, because
salute.
He didn't have to give his own money, for the sake of all the other actors, the relief fund, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that he did, I think is commendable. I think is great.
Yeah.
And they said in the article that they never disclose the amount of money that people actually donated.
Yeah.
So I get that,
Yeah.
anonymity.
anonymity.
Boom.
Look at me saving Johnny from a fumble.
Hey, look, man, I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. But
no, just let me have this. My
no, you got it. No, I appreciate.
Usually the fumble's over here, but okay.
I appreciate you. That's my brother right there. But no, shout out to The Rock. I'm glad that he had the heart to donate to the fund. Yeah. But a part of me is like, what if it was only $1 million? I mean, any money helps, clearly.
I'll say 7 figures. It's 7 figures.
Yeah, he said true.
But I get what you mean. What if it was 9?
Not
because that's still 7.
7.
You know, it's still 7 figures. Now if it's 10, that's 8.
Yes. But I mean, look. Hopefully that the money that he donated, hopefully it does like go to the actors and the writers and helps them get groceries or keep their lights on. Whatever they need the money for, I hope it goes to them and they're able to really use it, because a lot of the actors, a lot of the actors and writers who rely on continuous work, whether it's on TV shows or writing or things like that, like they're really missing out on funds right now because they're not working. Yeah. So talk about living paycheck to paycheck. They are not getting any checks right now at all. So they need that money. So hopefully, maybe some other A-list actors will be able to donate. Because I feel like everyone that's on strike, they need it. So
yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I was hoping that was the thing when it first was announced, right? I was like, well, I know the 1% of Hollywood, and I'm talking about the actors, right? Those people that command 20, 30 million, 40 million dollar paydays. Just kind of pay it forward. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in line at McDonald's, somebody pay for your meal. You owe somebody, you want to keep the train going. Right. I hope, I'm not saying Dwayne. I mean, I'm not saying Dwayne. I hate calling him The Rock. The Rock wasn't the first, but this is the first to be publicized. But I hope he isn't the last. And not to say that the actors, the ones that are kind of like that, those mid-level, mid-tier, lower-tier actors that you probably only recognize by face. I really want somebody to kick in for those people that are like design workers, the security guards, the craft service people that really depend on the Hollywood studios being open, to kick in for those people as well. I'm not sure this article didn't really specify that they get some of that money. It just specifically said actors. Right. So, I mean, listen, to each his own. My prayers and thoughts are with them. I'm not really sure how that works, but hopefully they get to a resolution soon, because content will drying up, baby. Content will getting dry around here, baby.
It's true. It's true. Hey, look, it's only gonna get worse. Like, we might have to start talking about the NFL.
Listen, you know what we're finna do? We're finna start doing GOAT debates. Like, it's just you see how the top of the episode got filled out.
Hey.
Let's just start arguing about
I'll come here with a
hypothetical shit. Let's just start talking.
Does Boosie really have Illmatic?
I'm telling you, Boosie got. I'm telling you, Boosie got an Illmatic in the tuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got to get to that.
But Nas ain't got no song you can line dance to. Looking at, like, that's crazy. This type of shit happens when we don't have actors and writers.
Exactly. But hey, speaking of what's about to happen, since we're amid the actor strike and the writer strike, we got 2 big cancellations, pushbacks coming. Mostly on the Sony side of things. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, its sequel to the successful what we just got, right? Across the Spider-Verse has been pushed back, canceled. Well, pushed back, not canceled. They're not canceling that.
So they postponed it indefinitely, from what I saw. Whew. So originally, Across the Spider-Verse just came out this year. Beyond the Spider-Verse was initially scheduled to come out March 29th of next year, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh. And a few weeks after Across the Spider-Verse came out, when the writer's strike first started, I saw that they pushed it. They delayed it to 2025. But now they're saying it's just indefinitely is postponed. Okay. And
let's finish this too, right? Kraven the Hunter is delayed too.
Yes.
After the trailer has dropped.
Yes.
So that's probably why I just tried to mention the Sony side of things. But what do you think about that?
I mean, I think it makes sense because Kraven the Hunter, right? As far as the movies go, the cinematic universes, Kraven is a brand new character. Yeah. Never before seen in movies before, right? So you need the actors to be able to go out and promote this movie because you need to see these people's faces. You need to hear people talking about it. Mm-hmm. They need to go on these late night shows. They need to go on a press run, but they can't because they're on strike. So I think they delayed it so Sony can figure out how to do the promotion and marketing because they cannot use the actors because they're on strike.
Okay, now let me ask you this: they got 2 sequels that are coming out, and they were delayed, but they're coming out for sure. I mean, I think they're probably like early on in 2024, but they are coming out according to this article. You have Bad Boys 4 in June, okay, and then you have Venom 3 in July, both Sony properties. Yep. What do you think about those movies coming out?
So the same kind of argument, but in reverse, right? Both of these properties, Venom and Bad Boys, they already have a dedicated fan base. Now, clearly, you would want to have more people come out. That's where the promotion and stuff comes in. But whoever was going to see Venom 3 already was going to see it. Period. Same thing with Bad Boys 4. Whoever was going to see it is just going to see it. So now it would be fire if they were able to get Martin and Will Smith to go and promote it, but that's not gonna happen because the actors are on strike, so that ain't gonna happen.
And then this ain't until next year, so who knows if things can be fixed by then.
True.
So, but the fact that they already done with Bad Boys 4?
Oh, right.
They gotta be done with it because Hollywood is shut down.
Damn, hold on. No, you're right. When did they even shoot this? I
don't know, but it says June 14th. Which is less than a year from now.
I think
it's 10 months from now. We're getting Bad Boys 4.
I think that they started shooting it. I highly doubt they finished. I highly doubt that.
Listen, you tell me Venom done?
No, I don't think it's done. I don't think it's done.
Because the reason why you push a Spider-Verse film back is, of course, is animation. Yeah. So it's like it take time to get that get that cracking. I understand why that's why that had to be pushed back, and then.
I mean, of course.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. So you don't want to fuck that up. Yes, we're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing it until.
But honestly, though, depending on when the strike actually ends, which it again doesn't seem like it's going to be anytime soon. I wouldn't be surprised if there are a lot less movies in general to come out next year.
So let me ask you this: since Sony is the first to jump out there, this is the first major studio to kind of jump out and say, "Hey, and these are ones that we know y'all want to see."
Yeah,
and we shuffling them around. Marvel is kind of hinted at. Do you think other movie studios follow?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Especially if it's like brand new properties or characters that these movies are going to be introducing for the first time, you need your actors to go out and promote it. You need.
Do you think remakes need it? Like remakes, long-awaited sequels, like those types of things.
I feel like Joker 2 won't need it. I don't feel like Joker 2 would need it.
I say this. Yes, it does.
You think so?
Well, they're trying to get a Billy again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my only thing. Like I think Joker is good. I think it's a great property. But like anything Batman, Joker, like we talked about Batman, Joker, Spider-Man, Superman, you really ain't got to do too much to sell that.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
But I think the take on the Joker and everything that it brought, I think this is a sequel that you want people to be fully behind, especially with the Lady Gaga stuff. I guess the different element of music. I don't know how that's going to play, but listen, that's a rumor. We don't know. We don't know this to be true. We don't know it to be true.
I know.
But you get my point, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of like, what are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? What are we doing with this?
I don't know, man.
But I mean, I get what you're saying. The Joker should. But I don't know if Joaquin can sell this by itself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, Joker 2 out, go get it. You know what I'm saying? No.
If they put out, if they can somehow put out a decent enough trailer,
but honestly, when you sit and think about like movie promotions and things like that, I'm not talking about you, not me and you. Mm-hmm. Do you actually like watch like most like actors when they sit down and do interviews, or is the trailer just good enough for you to go see this film?
For me personally,
because they do press runs and all this stuff. It's kind of like if you catch it, cool. But do I really need to sit down, watch Joaquin talk to the Hollywood Reporter? Do I need to watch this?
I think that's more for the older audiences because how many of people our age and younger really watching the late night shows and fucking
like, you know what I'm saying?
E entertainment, all that kind of shit. Like, yeah, we ain't really watching that. For me, I already got in my brain. I didn't want a Joker sequel, but I'm going to see it anyway. Yeah. Even if we didn't have the podcast, right? I'm going to see it anyway because the Joker one was that fire. Like, damn, you making a sequel? You don't need that, but I'm gonna go see it anyway, just in case. Like,
one day when the content wheel dries up for sure, we got to dive into DC and these other world properties. Like, we got to talk about all because there's a lot going on with that. I don't think we ever gave the OSTLC to it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think we should do that because I want to jump into it now, but I know we don't have to. I want to get into this bag, but I was like, you know what?
I'm with put on the list for later.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Trust me, we'll hit y'all with that. That'll be a nice special topic.
For sure.
But hey, man, I think we reached the end of the docket, bro.
Definitely, man. If you're on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long. Hit that comment section. Let us know about any of the topics we discussed today. Yes. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell, and we'll be back next week. Yeah. If you're on audio.
You know what time it is.
Baby.
Song of the week.
OS song.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.